thank you to Shirokoi for your support on Patreon. Hello everyone! My name is Vivian and welcome back to Temptation's Ballad. On last episode, we had our training, which was very fun, and we had a lot of personal revelations about our crew. So, and you also were forced to hear a lot of my rubbish Scottish accent. So, now we move forward. Here we go. Like Hamish said, this is probably a good time for them to explore the city and speak to locals about recent events. Where should they start? Do we have a choice? Oh my god, the music got way louder. Shiro, audio levels, consistent. Jesus. Let's start with, well, we're in the Marauder District, so let's start there. Might as well. I hope that these choices don't... Oh my god, how many fucking places are we looking? Let's start where we literally are. Oh my god. Oh my god, with the many choices. How do I not click this first? How could I not click this first? I'm gonna go over to OBS and make sure I got... What is it? I got the bar. I'm probably gonna need some fruit bats, so I'm gonna keep them on the ready. Let's go to the supply closet. Oh boy. Well, we all know what these are for. Technically, you gotta start off with that. Technically, Sid never received the full Bonebreaker Guild / Tavern tour experience, since he was getting the living daylights beaten out of him while Hamish showed everyone around. That is true. Thus, it fell on Cole's shoulders to guide him around the place. Now, I believe I might have seen a spoiler-ish fucking thing about this scene on Shiro's Twitter. So thanks for that, Shiro, you spoiler-thon. Most of the tour was fairly boring for the most part. Here's the main lobby, that's Papa's bedroom, that's where we keep all the booze. There they are, our boys. Thighs and chest. And here are the supply closets. Sid scratched his head in confusion as he peered down the long, narrow hallway. Oh, Artaby mentioned this earlier. Why are you so insistent that she wasn't allowed down here? I think you hurt her feelings. Cole laughed with a sly smirk. Oh god. Listen, it was for her own good. A goody two-shoes like her would mentally evaporate if she found out what happens around here. Why? Isn't this just a supply closet? He was interrupted by a loud moan and whimper from one of the closets, followed by rhythmic thumping. Now, see, I know what you might be thinking, but that's just an a cappella group. Just having fun, jamming, you know, oh god. Sid's eyes widened to the size of dinner plates as realization slowly dawned on him. There's that expression. Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sid shook his head furiously, though it would ward off the flush of red across his face. Thank you. Wait, so do the Bonebreakers come down here to do it on a regular basis? I don't see any ladies in the guild so far. Cole snickered at the Badger's quickly deteriorating composure. That's not a problem, since I'm pretty sure all the guys here are into dudes. Oh wait, everyone here is gay? And you're all open and comfortable with that? Cole clapped Sid on the shoulder with a grin. You gotta own your truth, my man. If you like dudes, you like dudes. There's no shame in that. Life's too short for guilty pleasures. Enjoy it to the fullest. And if someone's giving you trouble, Papa will personally give them a very persuasive conversation for you. Guild policy. Sid spluttered and shuffled nervously. That's real nice of Marrow. Not that I need it or anything. Despite his words, Sid spared curious glances down the supply closet hallways. Man, whoever the fuck instilled this into Sid deserves to get, like, cremated. Like, fucking not cool. Whoever hurt this man. I know they said, what was it? It was like the kids at his school. I don't, you know, people do shitty things when they're kids, but I hope life taught them a fucking hard lesson. I can't imagine being so open about this kind of thing. How did this workplace tradition even start? When you're around scantily clad and horny men all day, this is pretty much inevitable. When we return from a long mission or jobs, a lot of the bone breakers come here to let off some steam. Pop encourages it too, says it's good for morale and team cohesion. I guess I can see the benefits. I've messed with most of the guys here for one time or another. We used to be allowed to fool around anywhere we wanted, even right in the lobby. But Hamish was a killjoy and said it was rude to guests and visitors, so now it's all restricted to the supply closets and bath instead. Cole gave a mournful sigh. Things used to be so fun. It sounds like you guys still get plenty of fun. Pink flush filled Sid's face as another gleeful moan echoed from within a supply closet. Cole smirked. This is like Shiro's favorite stuff to write, I imagine. He is having so much fun with this. Speaking of fun, you're an official bone breaker now. You're free to try out our little team building exercises too.
Team building exercise 99.
If you're ever feeling pent up, just ask one of the guys in the tavern and I'm sure they'll be happy to help you out. Ma, you can't sneak around while I'm reading porn. I know you can hear me reading this pornographic shit in here.
I was like, oh, they're recording.
Yeah, I'm recording alright. See you later, Ma. Now I'm in the house alone. Oh, the power I now wield. Heck, some of them were eyeing you already. Sid spluttered furiously. I couldn't possibly. That's probably a bad idea. I'm probably not even very good. I mean, I don't have any experience with guys, or anyone for that matter. Shh, it's not about being good. It's about having a good time and relaxing with your bros. This could be a good chance for you to build up some confidence. Heaven knows you need it. Maybe, but I don't even know if I like guys.
A sly grin spread across Cole's face.
Well, you'll never know for sure unless you try it out, right? As Cole leaned forward with a wink, Sid stumbled backwards, his face growing slightly redder. It was almost hilarious that a tiny guy like Cole could pin a giant like Sid against the wall with a suave grin. Come on, I've seen the way you've been eyeing me. You're at least a little curious, right? Sid's ears drooped with guilt. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Ain't nothing to be sorry about. In fact, you should keep looking. If you're gonna be a pervert, at least accept your own naughty feelings and enjoy them. Sid fidgeted with the hem of his shirt nervously while trying to ignore the growing heat across his face. It's just, I've never really thought much about this kind of thing. Well, I guess I have, but I've never really acted on them before. Sorry, it's hard to think right now. See, think straight right now. I'll say there's nothing straight about this. That's why it was important for me to read the line right. Think straight about it, and then I fucked it up. Do you want to start acting on those thoughts? I know you've gotten bullied for this kind of thing when you were young, but you might as well start reclaiming your feelings, right? They're not the boss of you. Cole smiled and gave Sid an encouraging pat on the shoulder. I'll be happy to help you out if you want to try exploring those feelings. No judgment, or pressure, or anything. Just putting the offer out there. Sid hesitated for a moment. Well, I've always been a little curious about what it'd feel like to be intimate. Cole grinned before grabbing the badger's hand, sensually guiding it down his abdomen towards his waist. You want to start exploring? I'm sure we can find an open supply closet for you. There was only a moment of uncertainty before Sid shyly nodded. Sure, I think I'll give it a go. But only if you want to do it too, with a guy like me, I mean. Cole could only laugh as he led Sid into a nearby closet with glee. You're so damn adorable! Oh God! The butterflies in Sid's stomach only got worse when he closed the door behind him. His eyes darted from dark corners of the closet to Cole's sympathetic grin to his own self-conscious position. Sid stood stiffly, with no idea where to put his hands. So, where do we even start? Well, first you can take a deep breath and relax. Jeez, you look as scared as a kid on his first trip to the healers. Cole's expression was both eager and gentle as he took a step towards him. The fluttering at Sid's stomach turned to a lurch. Oh, Jesus! He yelped and stumbled, falling onto his back with an embarrassing yelp. His heart was beating much too fast for comfort. Sid shook his head vigorously. He agreed to this. Stop getting so nervous about it. He let out another yelp when the sensation of weight fell upon him. Okay, so this is borderline needing to be censored, but not quite yet. You can see the majority of an ass. So maybe, and there is jazz happening, so I don't know. Maybe, we'll see. Sid whimpered as Cole grinded against his... Okay, yep, I can't. Oh, immediately! YouTube will not let me do this. We'll see what we can get away with. Sid whimpered as Cole grinded against his bulge with a teasing chuckle. Looks like you're pretty excited about this, at least. How are you feeling, big guy? Honestly, I don't think I've been more nervous in my life. Deep breaths. Remember that I'm just here to help you out. What is with Cole's eyebrows? They're like whole-ass fingers. Let me know if it gets too overwhelming, and I'll give you some space, okay? This is all about how you feel. Sid sucked in a deep breath of air in an attempt to calm his racing heartbeat. Okay. This is just a new experience. Try and enjoy yourself. Despite the fact that Cole was literally sitting on his lap, his encouragement felt strangely comforting. Sid steadied himself and opened his eyes. Okay, I think I'm ready to keep going. Cole smiled patiently, his tail wagging with amusement. Cool. Is there anything you wanted to try out? Sid pondered for a moment before nervously stammering. Well, I've always wondered what kissing was like. Cole's eyebrow perked up in surprise. Sid found himself instantly muttering an apology. Sorry, that was probably too mushy for this kind of thing. Oh, they're real close now. They're close together. Oh, God. Cole grinned and pressed a warm hand against his face, gently guiding his gaze towards him. I've heard that badgers have long and talented tongues. Let's put that story to the test, shall we? And they kiss! Oh my God! It's happening! Oh, they're doing the kissing! Muff! Sid scarcely blinked before Cole enveloped his vision. His nervous stammers were stifled by soft lips as Cole pulled him close. I am glad I am the only one in the house right now. After a moment of resistance, Sid leaned into the kiss and melted against the warm sensation. Cole was surprisingly tender as he opened his lips, warm tongue gently lapping against the badger's in a teasing fashion. Sid suckled on the hyena's invading tongue as it pushed deeper into his mouth, fully taking charge and exploring its intimate depths. He leaned into the kiss hungrily, his cork throbbing in his pants. The warm and wet friction felt electrifying. As they deepened their kiss, he felt Cole's hands run teasingly down his shoulders and slowly undress his tunic. Warm fingers caressed his now bare chest. Sid let out a yelp when he felt Cole pinch his sensitive nipple. That is a supple ass. Anyway, Sid finally broke their kiss with a gasping breath, the realization slowly dawning on him. His heart was racing. He had never been in such an intimate situation before. The heat was unbearable. At this point, his pants were uncomfortably tight with a bulging tent. Oh, how many times have we heard that phrase? Cole noticed and laughed. You're pretty pent up, huh? Sorry, you're a really good kisser. You're not so bad yourself, big guy. Well, I didn't actually do anything. You were in charge the whole time. Cole suddenly grinded his ass against his growing tent, forcing a shaking moan from Sid's throat. His pants felt painfully tight. You already said that. Things were made all the worse by the sensation of Cole's snuggling against his lap, rubbing hard against his bulging cork. Friction and heat, not to mention the hyena's hands caressing and squeezing his chest. Sid felt as though he was melting into a shivering pile of pleasure in Cole's grip. He panted, eyes squeezed shut as he tried to catch his breath. What I'm worried about here is that Cole has the attitude that sex and romance can be separate, and that's totally legitimate. That is his belief. Sid is new to that culture. So, and they didn't really work into the idea of this just means this. I mean, they mentioned it, but I'm worried that Sid's gonna catch some feelings, and I don't think Cole's ready to catch them, I'm playing with wordplay here. He panted ice cream shut as he tried to catch his breath. The stimulation was overwhelming. His mind could scarcely process it. Sid's ears perked up as Cole's hands wandered lower and began diffling? Diffling? What the fuck is that? Word of the day, ladies and gentlemen and everyone else. Diffle, Urban Dictionary. To fiddle or play with the settings or configuration of something. Okay, let's give this big guy some fresh air, shall we? Wait, give me a sec. The timid side of Sid's mind tried to protest, but the hyena's light rubs and touches felt too damn good. Holy shit! Holy balls! In case you think this is an overreach of the strawberry, do not think that this is an exaggeration. This looks impossible. This is an impossible thing that I am witnessing here. It is literally the size of Cole. Oh, Bree, you got home just in time. As Cole pulled at his shorts slightly, Sid's cork burst from his cloth restraints and twitched in the air, already, okay, dripping with the Jesus. At some point, YouTube's not gonna allow me to keep reading this. It's literally it's an unreasonable size. Like, it is like the size of Cole's body. Like, I don't want to doubt his professional abilities, but look at this, Bree! Look! That is ridiculous! He's supposed to fit that in him? It's not gonna happen!
There's organs in there.
Yeah! His stomach's gonna get pushed out of his mouth, and I'm not into that type of porn! Sid suddenly felt a wave of bashfulness flood over him as he tried to cover himself up. Was this alright? His thoughts were interrupted by the sight of Cole's jaw drop into the floor. Holy, you're fucking huge! How do they even fit in your pants? A hint of shame bubbled under Sid's chest as he self-consciously tried to cross his legs. How? How? It's the size of his leg! It is a third leg, damn it! Sorry, I didn't mean... I don't know how this works. Dude, what are you even apologizing for? This thing is a beaut! I can't believe you were hiding this from me! This picture is so nice. I wish I could show you, but I can't. It's got the funny expression. It's for both people. You gotta play this yourself to see it in its entirety, and I encourage you to do so. Again, it's free. Link is in the description. According to YouTube's, like, monetization thing, like, yeah, it'll restrict ads, but as long as it's properly censored and properly labeled, I shouldn't get in trouble? Lord knows if I do, I'll just fucking re-edit it, re-upload it, whatever. I keep all the videos in an archive on my computer, so if anything happens, but we'll see how far we can go before either I get too uncomfortable or it becomes blatantly obvious that this just isn't gonna work on YouTube. We'll see what happens. His thoughts were cut short as Cole eagerly crawled down between his legs with a hungry look on his face. I would say that's a hungry look, more like a kid in a candy store expression. But I don't want to invoke that kind of imagery right now with a giant penis in front of me, so I'm just gonna not. The hyena laughed and gently gave Sid's throbbing meat a gentle stroke. Sid immediately shivered with a deep moan. Okay, it's surprisingly, it's the sexy talk. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know if it's because you're here or I don't know. I am not comfortable anymore. I don't know that I was comfortable to begin with, but I have reached the limit. The line is, ooh, you're pretty sensitive down here, aren't you? This is gonna be fun. And I'm sure it will be. Play it yourself. I'll tell you what happens at the end of it. What the f- It's like 3 times the size of his fucking head! It was a blowjob! Moving on. What the fuck is wrong? It took a while for them to clean up their little mess. Luckily, the Bonebreakers diligently stocked the closets with towels and other cleaning supplies for such an occasion. As professionals, they're professionals, man. As the two of them got dressed and prepared to leave, Sid shot his boss a timid glance. His chest felt warm and fuzzy as he struggled to find the proper words. He's a man now. He has orgasmed in the presence of another person. So, boss, thanks for helping me out today. That felt really nice. He laughed and scratched his head. But, what are we, you know, you're supposed to happen between the two of us now? See, I mentioned he might be catching feelings, and I don't think Cole's ready for that. Cole shot him a sly grin. Friends with benefits? Employee and very good employer? Fuck buddies? Take your pick, man. Sid's shoulders drooped. Oh, I mean, that's all good too. I just thought... Cole laughed and patted Sid on the shoulder. Listen here, Sid. You're a really sweet guy. I like you. In fact, any guy would be lucky to have you. And I'm open to helping you explore yourself whenever you want. Always happy to help you out. But... Cole suddenly looked very serious. If you're looking for someone to get all romantic and mushy with, you best look somewhere safe. Sid flinched and scratched his head awkwardly. Sorry. Cole shook his head. Ain't nothing to be sorry for. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying you deserve to be with someone who'll treat you right. I got a history of being bad for people's health, so you best put your feelings elsewhere. But you've been a swell guy since we've met. I'm sure you'd make a great partner. Cole laughed and clapped Sid on the back. You're way too nice for your own good, buddy. You're right. I'd make a great partner in the bedroom. But in the feelings department, you best go give those to someone who can take care of it. I've tried. Never turns out well. With a firm shake of his head, Cole made his way down the hall. They should have had that talk before they did anything! Sid fell quiet as he watched the hyena cheerfully stroll out of sight. A hint of worry tugged at his chest. Well, maybe you need someone to help you out too. See? See? This is what fucking happens. This is what fucking happens when you don't discuss that shit beforehand. God damn it. We'll look at the other options in the next episode. Until then, thank y'all for watching. If you want to play this game yourself, links in the description along with various ways to support me. Please do. Until next time, y'all, thank y'all for watching. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.